Last time we have seen the derivatives of inverse trigonometric functions, but using properties of inverse trigonometric functions we have done the few sums from exercise 1.2. Now here in this session we have to see what is called as a substitution method in detail. See, this is the format. In that format we have to place the values of trigonometric ratios in first square bracket and in second bracket. In first box it should be sin theta and then it will be cos theta, as 1 minus sin square theta is equal to cos square theta. Some of you might write cos theta first and then sin theta. That is also okay. Means writing cos theta first and writing sin theta later. This is also a correct form. So basically we are looking after the form. If some expression is of this form, that is 1 minus x square, I am writing x for this box or for this box, then what should be the value of x we are going to decide. Right now as you have seen, x should be sin theta or it should be cos theta. Then only we will get some meaningful answer. Let's go to the next form. It's a square minus, there is one box and there is another box. Now think about it, what should be placed in the first box so that we will get the second box. Now this is the substitution in the first box, because you see I have to make a square of this term. A square is a square, sin square is sin square. So what I am going to get? I am going to get a square minus a square into sin square. I can take a square common. So what is left inside the bracket? It will be 1 minus sin square, which is equal to cos square, and then we can write it as a cos theta whole bracket square. In the previous slide, instead of a there was only 1. Instead of this a there was only 1, and instead of this a there was 1. So these ones are being replaced by a. One can do this as well. He might put a cos theta in the first box. We are going to get a sin theta in the next box. So what kind of form is this? This is a square minus x square. Substitution should be x is equal to a sin theta or a cos theta. Okay, let's move on to the next. Now this one, some bracket square minus 1 is equal to some other box square. As you know, we will place sec theta over here, then it will become sec square minus 1, which is nothing but tan square theta. Or otherwise some might put cosec theta in the first bracket, then he will get cot theta in the next bracket. Now what is this form? This form is nothing but I am going to replace this part by x. So it is x square minus 1. Now if it is of this form x square minus 1, then the substitution will be x is equal to sec theta or x is equal to cosec theta. What should be the substitution? If it is x square minus a square, what should be x? The x should be a sec theta or a cosec theta. Now this one, first box square plus 1 is equal to second box square. In this, I think here tan theta should be placed in the first box, because tan square theta plus 1 is equal to sec square theta. So similarly, some might write cot square theta plus 1 is equal to cosec square theta. This form is I am going to replace the first box by x. So it will be x square plus 1. Now this is the form, and what will be the substitution for x? The substitution for x will be x is equal to tan theta or x is equal to cot theta. Similarly, as we have seen before, in place of this one, if there is a square, so x square plus a square, what we shall get is x should be equal to a tan theta or a cot theta. Now a bit tricky part, what should be the things in the two boxes? Now keep this in mind that there is a no square over here, but there is square over here. So think about, we can fill these boxes with which trigonometric ratios? See here, the only expression we can fit in is this. The first box should be cos 2 theta. then only we can get it is equal to 2 cos square theta. Or another answer for this is, if somebody is writing cos theta over here, he will be writing cos of theta by 2 in the next bracket. So what kind of form is this? If it is of the form 1 plus x, see there is no square over here. If there is no square, what we have to use x as? X is equal to cos 2 theta, or you may simply write it as cos theta. It is always better to use cos 2 theta instead of cos theta, because if you put theta over here, then this another part will become theta by 2. So this is better, putting 2 theta over here, and then we will get theta in the next part. The similar form for this, using a plus x. Now can you tell me what should be x? It should be x is equal to a times cos 2 theta or a times cos theta. So instead of 1, if it is a over here, this 1 will be replaced by this a, and this 1 over here will be replaced by this a. Let's move to the next form. Now instead of a plus sign, it is a minus sign over here. This part is negative now. The previous one was 1 plus, now it is 1 minus, and here also there is no square. So a similar form is there using the cos theta as 1 minus cos 2 theta is equal to 2 times sin square theta. This is the standard formula from the trigonometry. One might write 1 minus cos theta, then he has to write sine of theta by 2 in the next box. So the form here is 1 minus x. If it is 1 minus x form, I should replace x by cos 2 theta or simply cos theta. And if it is a minus x, I should replace it by x is equal to a cos 2 theta or a cos theta. As I said before, it is preferable to use cos of 2 theta, because replacing it by theta may complicate the things further. Now this is another form, square root of a minus x square upon a plus x square. We might feel that we should replace x by a sin theta. What will happen if I replace x by a sin theta? Here I will get a square sin square theta. Here it is a, and here I am getting a square. So I will not be able to take the common term, and the expression will not be simplified. So let's discard this form. One might feel that we should put a cos theta. See, if sin theta does not work, there is not much possibility that cos theta might work. Let's see, if I put x is equal to a cos theta over here, I am going to face the same problem. This term is going to be a square cos square theta, but the first term is simply a. It is not a square of a. In the second term I am getting a square, but in the first term there is only a. So a and a square, out of which a could be taken common, but inside the bracket only 1 minus a cos square theta will be left, which can't be simplified further. So I am going to discard this substitution as well. Now some might think that we may use a tan theta because of a plus sign over here, and we know that the formula for tan theta is 1 plus tan square. But again the same problem we are going to face, because if I replace x by a tan theta, what happens here is, as it is a square of x, it again will become square of a tan theta, which is a square tan square theta. If it is a square tan square theta and this part is a, it is not possible to take the whole a square term common. So we can't simplify this further in easy way. So what would be the best substitution for this? It should be x square is equal to a cos 2 theta or a cos theta. So how it will help us simplify this term? See, I am replacing x square. I am replacing this x square by a cos 2 theta and this x square by a cos 2 theta. Now I am able to take, I am not replacing x, I am replacing the whole x square. So if I am replacing whole x square, I don't have to make a square of this. I am replacing the complete x square part by a cos 2 theta, and I am replacing the complete x square part by a cos 2 theta. So what we will get is a common from the numerator and in the denominator. So what is left inside the bracket is 1 minus cos 2 theta, 1 plus cos 2 theta. So this a and a will get cancelled. What we will get is, by using the formula, 1 minus cos 2 theta is nothing but 2 sin square theta, and 1 plus cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta. So yet again I am going to cancel out this. So sin square upon cos square is nothing but tan square, and square root of tan square is tan theta. Now this is the form 2x upon 1 plus x square. You may recall it from 11th standard that this will take a form for the formula sin of 2 theta. Sin of 2 theta was 2 tan theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. So it is quite clear that x should be tan theta in such a case. So if this is the form, this is the substitution. And if it is a minus, it will be the formula for tan of 2 theta. So 2 tan theta upon 1 minus tan square theta is nothing but equal to tan 2 theta. That is why I will substitute x is equal to tan theta also in this case. Or one more form, 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. This was the formula for cos 2 theta. Taking x as tan theta, if I keep tan theta over here, you may recall that cos 2 theta has 4 formulas, out of which this was the fourth formula, that 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta is nothing but cos of 2 theta. In all of these forms, we are going to replace x by tan theta. Now next, 1 minus 2x square. This form suggests that it is some formula for cos 2 theta if I replace x by sin theta. So 1 minus 2 sin square theta is cos 2 theta. So this is the form and this is the corresponding substitution for it. Similarly, if it is 2x square minus 1, this x has to be replaced by cos theta. So what I will get is 2 cos square theta minus 1, which again is the formula for cos 2 theta. Now looking at the expression itself, we get the idea that this is the formula for 3 theta, as this is the form which is related to sine of 3 theta, which is 3 sin theta minus 4 sin cube theta. So whenever I see the expression of this form, I will substitute x is equal to sin theta. If it is 4 first and 3 later, see here 3 comes first and 4 later, but here 4 comes first and 3 later. So it suggests that it is the form for cos of 3 theta. So here I substitute x is equal to cos theta. So these are the various forms and for them the corresponding substitutions. Now let's go to the exercise 1.2. Last time we have seen the sub questions up to 8th. Now this is the 9th sub question. Only 2 sub questions are left from exercise 1.2. And both of these sub questions are based on substitution. So out of these 12 sums, I am going to do these 4 sums and rest of the sums are for the homework. Now this is 1 minus x square upon 1 plus x square. So I should substitute x by tan theta. See here, it is not just 1 minus x square. It is divided by 1 plus x square. So you have to think about both the terms, not just one term. If it is only one term, some might mistake it as sin theta or cos theta, because 1 minus sin square is cos square or 1 minus cos square is sin square. But this expression involves both the terms, 1 minus x square also and 1 plus x square. In that case, I have given that x is equal to tan theta has to be used. So let's replace these x by tan. So what I get is cos inverse of 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta. Further, this should be written as cos of 2 theta, as the formula for this is 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square is cos of 2 theta. So all I get is cos inverse of cos. As we have seen in the properties, if it is of this form, this inverse and this cos get cancelled, and what we are left with is 2 theta. Now there arises a question of what is theta. Now we will go back to this expression, and from this expression we will extract the value of theta. Now for that, what all I have to do is move this tan to this side. So what we will get is theta is equal to tan inverse of x, and we are going to use this value of theta over here. So y is equal to 2 times tan inverse of x. So far all I have done is simplification of y. Now I will differentiate this with respect to x. I get dy by dx is equal to 2 being a coefficient, I am keeping it outside, d by dx of tan inverse of x. Now as we recall, the formula for tan inverse of x derivative is 1 upon 1 plus x square. So just multiply this with the 2, all I get is 2 upon 1 plus x square, and this is the final answer. For the sum I am choosing here y is equal to sine inverse of, in bracket, 2x, inside that square root of 1 minus x square. Now think about this 1 minus x square. This part is in the square root. So what substitution should I make? I should put x is equal to sine theta. One might put x is equal to cos theta, that is also okay. That will also get you the final answer. But at this moment I am keeping x is equal to sine theta. So as x is equal to sine theta, and as we know that we are going to need this further, what is theta here? Theta is equal to sine inverse of x. We will use this later on. After putting x is equal to sine theta over here and here as well, what I get is y is equal to sine inverse of 2 times sine theta inside the square root sine 1 minus sine square. 1 minus sine square is cos square, and square root of cos square is cos theta. So you get 2 times sine theta into cos theta. Now 2 times sine theta cos theta is the formula for sine of 2 theta. As we have seen before, sine inverse and sine, these two things gets cancelled. All I get is 2 theta. See, this part is in theta and this is in y. I want the derivative in terms of x. So I need to replace this theta. At this moment we are not finding the derivative. We have to replace this theta by sine inverse of x, so that this term will be in x. Some of the students, they make a mistake over here. They simply differentiate this with respect to theta and they assume the answer only to be 2, which is not the correct one. So I need to replace theta by sine inverse of x. So all I get is y is equal to 2 sine inverse of x. Later on we will differentiate this with respect to x to get dy by dx is equal to 2 times d by dx of sine inverse of x, which is nothing but 2 times sine inverse function's derivative is 1 upon square root of 1 minus x square. So simplified further, we will get this as final answer. Now this is a tricky one. Sixth one, y is equal to cos inverse of e raised to x minus e raised to minus x upon, in the denominator also, e raised to x plus e raised to minus x. So it is not quite clear which form it is of and what substitution should I make at this moment. So first we need to simplify it. So for that what I will do is I will multiply the numerator and the denominator both inside the bracket by e raised to x and e raised to x. So what I will get next is e raised to x and e raised to x. After multiplying these two things, it is e raised to x whole bracket square, and that I can write it as e raised to 2x. E raised to x into e raised to minus x. This is x and this is minus x. When I multiply these two things, these indices will add. So it will make x minus x, which is 0, and e raised to 0 is going to be 1. Similarly, e raised to x into e raised to minus x, here it is 1. And e raised to x into e raised to x, it is equal to e raised to 2x, or one might write it as e raised to x whole bracket square. So next part, here in this step, I have taken minus sign outside because I want to get the expression in the form I want. I have taken this minus sign outside. So here I write it as minus or negative 1 minus whole bracket square and 1 plus e raised to x whole bracket square. Now assume this to be x, and you may assume this to be x for a moment, and now tell me, we have seen this form before, what should be x then? This should be this. Now it is not x, it is e raised to x. So I am going to replace e raised to x by tan theta itself. So I am replacing e raised to x, this complete term, by tan theta. So as I need it further, I will write first theta and just move this tan to the other side to get tan inverse of e raised to x. Cos inverse of inside the bracket minus this minus part as it is, and the upper part is 1 minus tan square upon 1 plus tan square. As we know, this is the formula for cos of 2 theta. So it is cos inverse of minus of cos of 2 theta. See, I can write this further as minus cos of 2 theta. I can write it as cos of pi minus 2 theta. Because it is negative and because I know pi minus 2 theta is going to be in the first quadrant, and in the first quadrant cos is negative, I am going to replace this whole term, that is minus cos 2 theta by cos of pi minus 2 theta, so that in the next step I may get only pi minus 2 theta. Here is one more thing. Some might remember this formula from the properties we have seen before. Cos inverse of minus x is equal to pi minus cos inverse of x. Now in place of x it is cos of 2 theta. So we may replace x by cos of 2 theta. So this will be pi minus cos inverse of x has to be replaced by cos of 2 theta. So what will it become? Cos inverse of cos 2 theta will cancel out the cos inverse and cos theta part. So all we get is a 2 theta. That is the reason I am getting 2 theta at this place. Now replace the theta by tan inverse of e raised to x as we have seen it here. Y is equal to pi minus 2 times tan inverse of e raised to x. Now I want to differentiate this with respect to x. So let's differentiate this. Dy by dx is equal to d by dx of pi minus 2 times tan inverse of e raised to x. So all I get is the derivative of first term is 0 and derivative of this term, this 2 being coefficient, I am keeping it as it is, and as it is a tan inverse, now it's a composite kind of function. So I need to think about finding the derivative of first this function, which is equal to 1 upon 1 plus whatever the term is inside the bracket and square of that term, and further I have to multiply this by the derivative of e raised to x. It is equal to minus 2, this derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x, so I am keeping it e raised to x as it is, and in the denominator all I get is multiplication of these two things. It is power raised to power, then I have to multiply these two things, so it will become e raised to 2x. Y is equal to cot inverse of inside the bracket 1 minus square root of x upon 1 plus square root of x. In this case, first let's convert this. I am going to write cot inverse of x as tan inverse of 1 upon x. See here, outside there is a cot inverse, so I want to replace this by tan inverse. All I need to do is I have to take the reciprocal of this term, means whatever is here I have to take the reciprocal of that. So inside the bracket it is 1 minus root x upon 1 plus root x. Taking the reciprocal of this, it will make this as numerator and this as denominator. So first I am simplifying it in this way. After that, put root of x is equal to tan theta. So theta is equal to tan inverse of root x. Now this is a different form. It is not a square. If it would have been 1 minus tan square theta upon 1 plus tan square theta, I would have got cos of 2 theta. But it is a different form. There is a plus over here and minus over here, and also there are no squares. So I need to use this part. So 1 I am replacing it by tan of pi by 4, and here tan theta as it is, this one as it is, and here I am imagining this as 1 over here and I am replacing this one as tan of pi by 4. Now this whole thing comes in the form of tan of A plus tan of B upon 1 minus tan A into tan B, which is the formula for tan of A plus B. So as this is the formula for tan of A plus B, I am going to write A as pi by 4 and B as theta. So tan inverse of tan of pi by 4 plus theta. So cancelling out these term, all I get is pi by 4 plus theta. At this moment I am not going to take the derivative. I have to replace theta by tan inverse of root x. I have replaced theta by tan inverse of root x, and in the next step I am going to take the derivative of that, that is differentiate with respect to x. Now this is also composite function, so I need to think this as outer function and this as inner function. As tan inverse being outer function, let me find the derivative of tan inverse of x. Derivative of pi by 4 being a constant is 0. Derivative of tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus whatever term is there inside the bracket, square of that, and I have to multiply that with the derivative of the inner function, that is root x. Square of root x is simply x, and derivative of root x is 1 upon 2 root x. So simplifying it further, I get 1 upon 2 root x into 1 plus x. So this is all I get as the final answer. We have done this 9th sub question. Next time we will do this 10th one. By the time you try doing the sums from this, I will give you a hint that tan inverse of x plus y upon 1 minus xy is equal to tan inverse of x plus tan inverse of y. You may use this rule and try to solve these sums for the homework. Thank you.